All right. So the courting situation. This is kind of crazy because I actually really like I did like the quartering before all this, and now he's in deep trouble. Actually, his career really might be over. So there's two guys. They host a show over on Kick called Kino Casino. You got the two guys from Kino Casino right here. Andy, and I think he goes by PPPP. Like I said, I don't know the names, but they have a show on Kick. They stream there. And they kind of do like drama on the internet, make fun of people. Like they do like drama farming on the internet. And one of their targets for a while was Jeremy Hambly, the quartering, who's got a big following on social media. He's got over 2 million subscribers on YouTube. Was real big on Rumble. I think he actually signed like an exclusive deal to do a lot of stuff on Rumble. So he, like you can even see right here, boom, Rumble. He was pimping the hell out of Rumble for a while. And I guess his views on YouTube started to go down a little because he basically turns his entire YouTube channel into one big giant Rumble billboard. He would like every video he would start out saying like, "Oh, I'm on Rumble. Follow me there. Go to Rumble if you want to see my video. Go to Rumble for my live streams." And his views started tanking on YouTube. And he was trying to say everybody like in his because he's like a right wing YouTuber, and he was trying to say a lot of right wing conservative people's views are down, and he was trying to call out D-Day Cobra for the same thing, and kind of backfired because the D-Day Cobra said like he doesn't make videos anymore on his channel. He just does live streams, so of course his views are down. His views were down because he just turned his entire channel into a goddamn billboard for Rumble. It was being dumb, and the guys over at Kino Casino would always like dig into him and go after him. They're calling him a cuck and all kinds of things. And I guess they're really starting to get under his skin. I think they even brought up his wife, which I always feel like you should always keep the family out of it. Don't talk about people's wives or kids. If you're gonna attack somebody like Jeremy, just attack Jeremy. Don't go after his family. But I think they're saying like he's a cuck and his wife, like his wife does other things with other guys and he watches. So I think that, a lot of it was going under his skin. And they had a clips channel on YouTube that had 60,000 subscribers. And there's actually, I'll look for him. I don't know if I can find him. I don't know if the DMs or text or what of him like really pissed off at the Kino Casino and was talking about how if he wanted to, he can get their entire channel wiped off the face of the earth on YouTube because he has a lot of powerful reps. And he has his own actual person on YouTube he talks to and deals with his channel. So he actually does talk to a person there instead of like people like us. If we get in trouble or get flagged or something, we gotta go through the appeals process and get, our channel looked at by a bot in 10 seconds and they automatically reject the first appeal. You got to do it again, or you got to go on YouTube, make a big fuss, or Twitter, make a big fuss. He has an actual person he can talk to at YouTube to look over his stuff. So, and there was leaked messages that he was going to have their channel wiped off or nuked off the face of the earth. Lo and behold, not long after that came out, their Eclipse channel got nuked. So people were accusing him of false flagging, and I think copyright striking or false flagging or both their channel to get it removed. And after that, the entire internet just turned on this guy. And now he's one of the biggest, like, locales, one of the most hated people in like that sphere of the corner of like that niche on the internet. A lot of people have turned on this guy, and I was actually still on his side for a while. I didn't think he did it. I thought maybe one of his fans did it, or like people mass reported it. I, for a long time, did not believe that he actually did it because he's a big free speech advocate. So I don't, and he's used to taking shit from people because people always ragged on him because he's big and popular. So I thought maybe one of his fans did it or like somebody else did it. I don't know. But then he got in like, which cult was really going in on him, the Yellow Flash. And he was supposed to have, I think it was a few weeks ago, he was supposed to go on Yellow Flash Live, which is, Flash's live show on Rumble. And he agreed to go on at TheQuartering. And at the last second, he reneged and did not go on the show and claimed he was going to go on a weekend internet detox and not go on the internet for a week. That was a lie because people caught him blocking people on Twitter during his detox. He actually blocked me on Twitter during his detox. So that was a bold-faced lie. And that right there kind of said to me that he probably actually did this. He got all butthurt because they're making fun of him and his wife and all kinds of shit. And he actually got their channel removed, which is it's the one thing you do not do in this space is flag a channel to get removed. It's because their editor who lives in Ireland ran that channel. That was all his profit came from that. Whatever he put up, he kept his profit. So he took food out of that guy's mouth, and all because he couldn't take a few jokes, even though he was constantly going after. He had a whole like crusade against what was her name? The girl who played Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. He ragged on her for months and months. So big free speech advocate, but when it came to him, he couldn't dish it. He couldn't take it. He could dish it out, but he couldn't take it. So he is just getting dogpiled right now. So let's see if this video works.
So maybe I'll order a ring light and I'll try that. Yeah, it is the lighting. I mean, I do have like darker circles under my eyes, but I mean, it's
and apparently he's been hitting the booze pretty heavy too.
Definitely the lighting. Like if I turn to the side, it's not like crazy.
And he actually now finally deleted his Twitter account.
Crazy.
Because he was just getting hit left and right. And if you go to his like he kind of stopped posting live streams on YouTube now. So now he only like live streams exclusively on Rumble. And he used to live stream every day at 2 p.m. Eastern. And now he changes to 9 a.m. Eastern. So I think he's trying to get a different crowd, because everyone who goes into his live streams now just freaking rags on him. And just the big running gag right now, because if you see it on there, you'll see oranges left and right in his chat. People posting oranges because after he got caught flagging, allegedly, but I think he did it, Kino Casino, people start taking a deeper look into his content and just how incredibly lazy it's become. His YouTube shorts are literally just, he's literally just stealing other people's content and putting like a 10-second intro over it. So he has one popular short, it's not even his, where this girl, I think it was like maybe Thailand, or she's cooking some kind of like a big giant like bowl outside, making like, it looks like chicken and something else, and she puts oranges in it, I guess for like a seasoning. And his intro is, "What are the oranges for?" And just plays this girl's TikTok or YouTube short. He just blatantly stole it, threw a 2-second intro over it, and then boom, played her freaking thing. So everyone's been ragging on him now. I ask him, like, you'll see it all over. You go to his like YouTube or his live streams. It's just, his chats are just filled with oranges, and it actually is pretty hilarious.
Those look
but
like
he's been
apnea eyes.
getting
no, they're not.
bad right now. People are just ragging him.
I don't have sleep apnea.
They're making fun of his weight because he's real fat.
Like if I go back here, I don't, you know, it's good. I get good sleep too. So this, my friends, is perhaps the worst yet. And I'm working harder at just getting to the topic right away. So I hear you guys' feedback. My only request is in return, you smash that like button on the video. Leave a
see,
nice,
people have just been
positive comment.
People have just been ragging on him for this.
You definitely use a boost this week. So
all his videos are just getting
he used
downvoted like crazy.
His government issued tablet to do so. This shared by Chris Rufo. Let me bring up the article here real quick. I don't really understand. Can you even believe all those are real words? Like what? I'm confused. I can't believe the amount of people seething on X. I don't know. I use X to pull up articles, but I don't spend any time on it anymore. It wasn't good for me. It made me act irrationally.
He went on there and just on like a blocking spree on X, and he tried arguing with people online. He got a lot, like he fucked up pretty bad because a lot of his coworkers / friends, they got roped into it for no good reason. So he does a show with Melanie Mack, and I think the girl's name was Hannah Claire. She used to work for Tim Pool, but Tim Pool had to lay her off, so TheQuartering picked her up. I think she kind of took a break from his show. Mel's like a ride or die for him, but she's got blinders on. She's doing stupid shit too,
and I don't miss it.
So he's facing a ton of shit for it. And then we had Craig from Side Scrollers goes in a little bit more about it. About how,
and I get it, right? But this, to me,
terrible,
bigger than quote unquote just drama.
Flagging or copyright striking a channel for no reason is. It's the one thing you don't do.
You do not attack other creators' channels. You do not remove them from the platform. That's just like an unwritten golden rule, and you must gatekeep that. You must, and it's like hockey. Right?
Because once someone does it, you can make a video about somebody you don't like, and they can have your channel flagged and taken off permanently. It could be it's like a nuke that you don't ever use. And TheQuartering stupidly did it. And if he just actually admitted to it and said, I messed up, I was drinking, I made a mistake, I did do it, I'm sorry, I'm going to do everything I can to try and get it back, it'll never happen again, he may have been forgiven, and this probably would have disappeared. But he keeps doubling down and trying to like sidestep it and ignore it, and he's thinking it would just go away, but it's not going away. Like I said, he's gaining subscribers on YouTube, and he also locked his YouTube channel, so now you can only get subscribe for like 8 days or something to comment. So he's getting subscribers, but his views are just so like, He's got a 2.6 million subscribed channel, and he's getting like 14,000, 20,000 views a video, which is very bad for a channel like that. So his subscribers are going up because they want to go in there and trash talk or make fun of him. So most of his views right now are just hate views of him, just people wanting to go in there and rag on him. He's basically taking all his stuff and kind of just transferring it into Rumble, but in Rumble, which is supposed to be a free speech platform, but you can't block people in Rumble. I think you mute them because I tried to leave a comment and it said I'm muted by him. So I don't think I can't comment on any of his videos or his live streams. So much for free speech on that platform too. But and like I said, on Rumble, people are just ragging on him left and right. So I really do think his career might be in the toilet, and I don't know if he'll be able to pull out.
For players to go in and create, more or less police their own game. That is what creators on all platforms have to do. Yes, yes, the game has rules. The NHL has made rules, but ultimately, the players have to enforce those rules. And yes, there are refs. There are refs, yes, but the players are the ones who are saying, "Dude, that ain't right. We ain't doing that." Right? And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Is we are the players, and this is being enforced, and we have to. We have to enforce it. Otherwise, it's just going to continue, and we cannot have that.
Right? So like I said, the cardinal rule, the unspoken rule of YouTube and social media was you do not flag a person's channel, because then you just create like an open door of just anybody flagging anybody, and people's channels just getting taken off and nuked off the face of the earth for stupid shit. And the courting of all people should know that, and he still did it like a friggin' idiot. And like I said, him being a jackass, not admitting to it, and just trying to double down and ignore it, has caused a lot of his friends to now take a brunt of it. So we had here Chrissy Mayer, who's kind of in that circle of TheQuartering. I think she actually did a couple. He has a company called Coffee Brand Coffee, which I hear is actually like not a good brand at all anymore. Like it's something like some kind of chemicals in it that aren't good. But she's friends with TheQuartering, and she did a couple of ad reads for his coffee company. So here are the oranges right here. She had on Melanie Mac on her stream, and because Melanie Mac, let me see if I can find it. Here it is.
If you guys can get her to respond to my text, watered down chair, please bring on Mindy. You guys.
So Melanie Mac, TheQuartering's co-host, good friend, she's getting dragged into this now because she's got to defend him, and she swears that she thinks people are just ragging him because that's just what people do. So I think she might have blinders on because she doesn't realize that he probably actually did this, allegedly. Like I said, for the longest time, did not think he did it. But after he dished the Flash, his Yellow Flash Live, and said he's going to internet detox, and we found out it was a lie. He backed out of Flash. He was still on Twitter blocking people. That's when I'm like, yeah, he probably actually did do this. So Melanie Mac, his longtime friend, co-host of his show, he does one of his live stream shows. Now she's getting pulled into it. So she was on Chrissy Mayer, everyone say her name's podcast, live show, and they start getting bombarded with super chats about how TheQuartering was, being a jerk off and doing what he's doing. And she's trying to run defense for him. And Chrissy Mayer's playing dumb, like she has no idea what's going on. She's like, I don't know. What's with the oranges? I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. What happened to TheQuartering? What did he do? So she apparently played dumb, act like she didn't know, and then was taken by surprise by all this. Come to find out that apparently she did know TheQuartering did what he did. There's actually a clip of it like a week or two before she had Melanie Mac on, being told by Nina Infinity, who's like another person in the sphere, and I think Brittany Venti too, about what TheQuartering did. And apparently she was going to have Brittany Venti on too, but she said she couldn't get a hold of her, or Brittany didn't text her, and Brittany proved that that's wrong. And she did send her a DM wanting to be on the show, but she kind of just ignored it. So now she's getting raked through the coals. They're both getting raked through the coals, actually, because they're both now. Melanie Mac's playing kind of like she's sticking by TheQuartering no matter what. I think she has blinders on. I don't think she's really paying attention to what this guy did, or she just doesn't want to believe it. Chrissy Mayer is being attacked for just lying, saying she had no idea TheQuartering did this when she had Melanie on, even though it's been kind of proven that she did know Jeremy did. That's his real name, Jeremy. That Jeremy actually did do this. She knew beforehand. Now she's playing dumb because let's see. We'll see some stuff. Yeah, Venti wants on.
I keep checking my phone. I see no messages or DM.
She did send her a DM.
Bring on Brittany Venti. If you guys can get her to respond to my text, watered down chair, please bring on Venti. You guys get in her ear. Tell her to respond to me. Venti wants on. I keep checking my phone. I see no messages or DMs.
Venti has proof that she did DM her to come on, and she just ignored her.
Bring on Brittany Venti. If you guys can get her to respond to my text.
And then we have here.
Wait.
She knew.
Before
She
Nina
knew.
told her.
She knew before Nina even told
you
her,
fucking-
Andy.
She
I
knew
thought
before
she
Nina even told her.
Knew.
No.
This is before she even had
She
Melanie
knew.
Mac on
She
the
brought
show.
it
The
up.
last clip we saw.
She brought it up. But when it came
Where she had
time
Mel
for
on
Melanie Mac to come
and-
on, she did.
Played dumb like she didn't know, because like I said, she was getting a ton of super chats saying, bring, how like the quartering did this, the quartering did that, what are the oranges for? And she played dumb like she had no idea what they were talking about. But here's a clip from before all that happened, before she had Melanie Mac on, about what the quartering did. And apparently Nina Infinity here in the quartering had beef before this for something that he said about her. I think he lied about Nina. So she like lays out what's going on. So she knows it. Verbal Riot here. I don't know. I'm not sure who he is, but they're all going to find out.
Thing.
My God.
She knew.
Because
Chrissy
they were
knew.
supposedly like lying about his wife or something. But
Wait, you knew the
She
whole.
knew.
We didn't lie
she knew
about
the whole.
anyone's wife. Let's
She
be
knew
real.
the whole lore. She knew the whole lore.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm also not. I'm not up on it.
Oh, but she knows, but she doesn't know.
Oh
That's
my
real convenient. But now Nina's going to educate you. Verbal Riot's going to educate you on the stream publicly. And then Nina's also going to tell us that privately this call continued for like another hour. And they gave you the receipts of everything privately as well, beyond even what this is. And then you lied and pretended you had no idea.
I got
2
no
weeks
problem
later.
with Chrissy
Do you have
Matter. I don't
Alzheimer's? Like, are you a dementia patient?
No, but look.
Like,
don't really care,
if
but
Nina had told her.
so now Melanie Mac's getting raked through the
She
coals.
wasn't paying attention, or
Chrissy's
she
getting raked
forgot.
through the coals for it.
She bringing it up to Nina.
And like I said,
makes
these two
this
guys
a
over here are
billion
Kino
times
Casino.
Crazier.
I
couldn't
think this
even
guy was
believe
friends
what
with
I was
Jeremy
clipping on
beforehand.
yesterday.
Oh,
I really couldn't.
My God.
So
Yeah,
he tried to get a lot of channels deplatformed and
yeah.
because I'm surprised he hasn't gone after Brittany Venti. Like I'm shocked.
Because now
I
he
think
can't,
it's
he can't like call his fucking rep and go, could you get these 9 other channels? Take like be like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
Because
Venti's
she's
been
just
relentless, man.
she's too big. I think she's just too big for him to try and take
Well, and also everyone's like looking at this now, right?
Yeah.
down.
well,
And
so
I
he
think-
did tweet recently. I don't know if this is today about that he is going to start going after the people that.
Wait.
Kino Casino.
So you know a lot
knew
more
ev-
than you.
So she
let
knew a
on.
lot,
She
yeah.
knew
She
everything.
played dumb when she was talking to Melanie Mac.
I'm mad
Yeah.
we didn't start with this, honestly.
I know. I wanted to start the whole show with this. I'm not gonna lie. I
On
hope people
Wednesday,
I hope-
we just give
I
a
hope-
brief,
I hope.
like.
I hope people still see this. You know,
Everyone,
there's still.
please clip this and
there's
put it on
still almost-
YouTube and Twitter.
There's still almost 10,000 people watching.
Not
So I don't
enough.
think she's gonna escape
It's not
consequences
enough.
here.
Oh my God, is he?
So there we go. So hold on, play the camera
Which
quick.
was
Let's
like
see.
free speech
Here's
and
Nina
wanting
part.
I
to.
really don't like him lying about you because I heard that
Okay, so it's like, okay.
he like maybe copy struck some
Wait,
channel.
wait, wait.
So she knew. She knew.
Before
She
Nina told
knew.
her.
So when she had Melanie Mac on here and was playing dumb
Andy,
about what was going
you
on,
guys can get her to respond to my texts.
so she's facing a lot of stuff too from it all. So it's not looking good for her. She's getting dragged to the coals.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Nightmare. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have a fabulous guest today in studio. But before I bring her on, I have to just say a quick something. I have to acknowledge the stream I had last night.
So this is so after the Melanie Mac stream and her getting, break through the coals about not knowing about the quartering, she did a stream like a day or two later, and now she's gonna, say, oh, I messed up. I didn't realize what was going on with Jeremy and the quartering. Didn't know he was doing this. So this is her like apology
I had
tour.
on my friend Melanie Mac. I had her on to talk about my recent conversion to Catholicism. And I was like, let's talk about faith and your marriage. And to be honest, I was not up to date on all of the quartering drama.
But she
and
was.
This to me is like, and trust me, I've spent most of the day.
Now
hours
maybe she wasn't fully up to date with what was going on. Maybe she just heard he was. I don't know. She could have just heard like she's got a little kid. She got a 2-year-old and a husband. She's married, so she doesn't live online. So she could have heard through the grapevine like, oh, the quartering was trying to copyright or strike a channel. She probably doesn't know who they were. She probably just heard and said, oh, okay, and what about our day? Blah blah blah. but she knew, and that's where they're gonna just destroy her for that.
On the phone with different friends who've been filling me in on everything I should have known weeks ago. I talked to Venti for about an hour. I talked to Nina, Infinity. I talked to a bunch of friends, and it is so much worse than I realized. And it was my job as an interviewer to kind of hold myself to a higher standard, and I should have known the full extent of all this drama.
Look at the chat. The chat just all oranges.
So now I understand why everybody feels the way they do. But our dear guest tonight is not aware of this drama and has no clue. So it wouldn't be fair to talk about it with you. So I will be talking about this in depth on Sunday. My show Simpcast. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern.
That's her podcast.
I'm gonna have Brittany Venti on cam.
So she had Brittany Venti on. Brittany Venti. I didn't watch that Simcast, that episode. I was trying to look for clips real quick, but apparently Brittany Venti tore her a new one and made her look so dumb.
Malot's going to be on, maybe a couple of other guests, but we
all
will
because
be
Jeremy
through...
got his feelings hurt, and he went with the nuclear option, which you don't do, and he flagged the channel, got their clips channel taken off YouTube. So there was, I don't know if it's a silver lining, because we got some results about what's going on with that channel. I'll tell you in a second.
Detail, and I'll be addressing it more fully, so I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just ignoring you. So yeah. Yep.
I think here's Brittany Venti calling out Chrissy, basically calling her a liar.
Showing the proof that I told Chrissy I want to go on.
Yep.
And I replied to Nina around 11:43, showing proof.
So remember, Chrissy was saying, she got all the super chats saying, bring Venti on. Well, I can't get a hold of her. I'm looking at my phone. She's not texting me. If she calls me, I'll get her in. If she DMs me, I'll talk to her. And I'm not getting anything from her. No DMs, no texts, no calls. I think that was a lie.
Right? And
that's
true. Now, the reason I cropped it was because I acknowledged to Nina that Chrissy saw the message. Now, as you guys know on Twitter, this is a feature. You have read messages. The check mark goes white when you see it.
Yes.
As you can see, this follow-up message here. So this means at least by 11:50, Chrissy saw the message. I should not have to uphold this lie. I saw what happened with my own too far apart eyes, but I want to give the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to say, you know what? Maybe there might be an excuse for this. There might be an explanation. So I didn't tell Chrissy I knew that I saw that she read it because she didn't realize that was a feature. So she saw it by 11:50 that I wanted to go on, or at least it showed the read receipt. And Melanie Mack left around 12:20-ish. Somebody can go back and do the math. It was around the time PPP had tweeted that Chrissy lied. Now, during this as well, Nina's not the only witness. I was actively messaging Andy Warski. And
that's the other host.
On purpose, to timestamp it in case this would come up later. To purposely timestamp showing, hey, this is the message I sent her at this time. And Melanie Mack is still on. Okay? With the white check mark seen. So Chrissy opened this message one way or another. Her or Frank opened this message. Accidentally, whatever happened. The message was opened by 11:50. Melanie Mack left the stream around 12:20. You can argue if that was too last minute, whatever. But to say she didn't see it is an unfair statement.
So when she was saying that clip that she didn't see anything from Brittany Venti, she was waiting to get a call from her, or DM or text. They kept sending her text, super chat saying, bring Venti on. And she was saying, I'm looking at my phone. I don't see any messages from her. If someone get a hold of her and tell her, call me or text me or DM me, I'll get her in. Apparently she did. It's right there. And Chrissy lied about that too. So she's being raked through the cold. Like I said, this is one big giant crazy thing going on that Jeremy started. Now all his friends are getting roped in with it, all because he's being too much of a coward to admit that he fucked up. All right, so here's the clip of, so after the Melanie Mack stream, and the clip we just saw of her, Venti calling out Chrissy for ignoring her DMs or texts. She had a live stream a few days after that, and here is that live stream. Here's some clips of Brittany Venti on the stream and just
I just don't
ripping
think that
Chrissy a
things
new
are
one, making her
actually
look
being acknowledged,
just real
and it's a
bad.
bunch
And
of, I feel
basically calling her out for lying and not, calling her out for lying, saying, I did text you, blah, blah, blah. And she made, I haven't seen this. I didn't watch the stream, but apparently from what I read online, Brittany just really like made her look dumb. So take a quick look at some of the clips.
And like I'm being bullied and stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. And I don't think it's good faith for you to say that, oh, well, I'm not acting friendly. I've been more than friendly and charitable. And I'm addressing the fact that I was misled and lied to, and then continue to lie until I back you in the corner and say, Chrissy, I saw you read it, for you to finally admit it. That's
Okay,
accountability. Is to say, I'm sorry for that.
I'm sorry that it was too late in my stream to have you on. I'm sorry, like
You
that.
see, non-apology.
Excuses. Yep.
You don't know how to apologize. You don't know how to acknowledge what you do, Chrissy. And you benefit and make money off of being free speech. And it's just
I'm not
honest
forcing
at this
anybody
point.
to send me a super chat, Mindy. Like, I'm really not.
But I just don't think that things are actually being acknowledged, and it's a bunch of I feel and like I'm being bullied.
So that was like
and stuff
2
like
hours
that,
of
and
Brittany
that's what
Venti
I'm
just
saying. And I don't
calling
think it's
her
good
out on
faith
her
for you to say
bullshit
that, oh, well, I'm not.
and just making her look dumb. So it's poor. These poor girls, man. Jeremy messed up, and then they all got roped into it because he's an idiot and doesn't know how to freaking take accountability for himself. Who was it? I think it was Andy. So there was an update on there because I said the channel got nuked. They were trying to appeal it, and apparently Quartering's connect at YouTube was constantly basically keeping the appeal in purgatory so that it would never finally like get resolved one way or another, just constantly be an appeal process, so nothing would ever happen to it. And apparently, since here's the clip right here. So the guy who ran the Clips channel, their editor, he lives in Ireland, which is part of the EU, and I put that there where the orange is for. So I'll give credit to the EU. One thing they do kind of better than us is they are very good with consumers and consumers' rights. They have laws over there that do protect the consumers pretty damn good. People like you and me, they actually were able to go through legal channels and actions and actually get a final ruling, I think, on what's going to happen with the channel. It's kind of a bittersweet thing, so we'll read it here. So this is Andy, one of the hosts of Kino Casino. He said, we went through some legal channels and got Quartering's YouTube ref to get Felted, which is, get owned basically, and got her removed from both cases. So this was TheQuartering's own personal YouTube friend, basically, like his rep, who got the channels nuked, or the one channel nuked, and was keeping in constant purgatory with the appeal process. So they were forced to close both case files. I don't know what other channel was under appeal or possibility of getting nuked. I'm not sure. I know the one did. Maybe there's another one. Maybe their main channel. I don't know. Which although we lose the channel, so I think there's more than one, we are now able to reapply for a new channel, which is in process now. Suffer, Jared. So Jared, short for Jeremy. So they finally got some closure. Looks like Jeremy's rep, who he was using to keep these channels in purgatory, that he got them nuked originally from her, and now they're being kept in purgatory. The constant appeal process was never going to get settled. But there's some, I think I read that with the laws in the EU for consumers, like I said, they have better laws for the consumers to protection. So both cases will be closed, and it looks like the clip channel will be deleted and not be able to be brought back, but they can apply for a new channel, and that has to go through a whole process. So I think they'll be good there, and they'll be able to get a new channel, and just basically, they could probably call it Kino Casino Clips 2, and just get back up and running. And whoever the rep was for Quartering will not be allowed to go after those channels again. So it looks like it's a bittersweet ending to this, where they're going to get, they're not going to get the channel back, but they can open up a new one. And Jeremy's rep, I guess, can't target it. They can't do Jeremy's bidding anymore and just cancel it. But so they'll be fine. They're bigger than ever now. I was watching last night on Kick. They had like 12,000 viewers off the bat. And they were on for a while, and I watched a little bit, left, came back. A few hours later, they were still averaging like 10 to 11,000, so they were still doing pretty good a while into the stream. But it's not looking good for Jeremy and his cast of characters, because his channel is just getting raked through the coals. His YouTube channel is not. Look here, we'll pull it up. So he used to have 2.5 million followers. Now he's 2.6. But like I said, he's got 2.6 million followers. And he was getting, okay, so that one's doing pretty good. So he's got 24,000, 25,000, 17,000 for a 2.6 million subscribed channel. That's not great views. And so YouTube has a dislike button, gone, which is stupid. They can't see it, the ratio, but I'm sure it's a whole lot more dislikes than likes. So, and he took all his live streams down too. He used to live stream on YouTube. He deleted all of them because people were taking clips from there and just burned on them because he had a couple like old live streams where he's at a rent fair being creepy. And people were taking them and making fun of him. So he basically deleted all his live streams from the channel. His videos aren't doing that great on YouTube. So he decided to take everything to Rumble. So this is where he's probably going to be for a while now. And see his videos on Rumble, how they're doing. So they're doing worse on Rumble compared to YouTube. So 16,000, 341,000 followers, 16,000, 23,000, 15,000, 18,000. Here's his live streams. His live streams are doing better on Rumble than his videos. That's why I feel like Rumble is like more of a live stream channel, like a live stream website. I feel like live streams do better than actual videos on Rumble. That's just how I feel. Like Rumble is like an okay website to use, but their discovery, like their algorithm for discovery is dog shit. Like it's so hard just to get noticed on Rumble. YouTube's still the best at like getting noticed. So here he's doing 50,000, 42,000. Like he's doing decent here, but let's see. I think actually, yeah. So 846 to 584 dislikes, 753 to 570, 944, almost 1,000 dislikes to 600 likes. It's not looking good for him right now. His career might be not around much longer. He still has his account deleted. And I actually, like I said, I used to like Jeremy. I used to watch TheQuartering and his other channel, Jeremy Hambly. I used to watch both those channels a lot. I actually really liked his content for a while. But after, like I said, I believe that he wasn't doing the flagging. But after he ditched Yellowcast, and because he was supposed to go on there and set the record straight, and he just ditched them last second and said he's going on an internet detox and completely lied. He was going on a blocking spree all over Twitter. And then he was talking about studying Craig because Melanie Mack won that show one time. And someone put up an old clip from an old live stream clip where he was talking about how Melanie Mack going on that show was below her because she had a higher following count across social media. So she was like, too good for that show. And TheQuartering says, or Studying Craig, who runs Side Scroller, says something about it. And then Jeremy said he's going to leak all the DMs between him and Craig and expose them. And all they basically were just two guys talking about politics and maybe doing a stream or some kind of project in the future together. There was nothing there. It was one big nothing burger from TheQuartering's bar. So then he got mad and blocked Studying Craig, and then everybody started piling on him, including me and a bunch of other people. We all made fun of him for the oranges, and I went after him because he bitched out on Yellow Flash Live, and he ended up, who the hell am I? And he ended up blocking me, just some random dude. So it's not looking good for TheQuartering's career right now. I don't think he'll be around much longer. So this is where we stand with him. So we have originally, he was getting mad at Kino Casino was coming after him and making fun of him. And apparently they said something about his wife. Apparently they're saying like, because I guess one of his old friends was a swinger, and they, kind of were saying that he was part of that, or his wife was part of that, and he would watch, aka being a cuck. And I guess they were just getting under his skin, and he went to his rep. I guess he was trying to get there's DMs, like I said, leaked of him saying if he wanted to, he could destroy them and nuke their channel. Not long after that, one of their channels got nuked. So it looked like him, but I still didn't believe it. So they were going after him. They put him on blast. And then he was supposed to go on Yellow Flash Live and talk about it. He backed out last minute. So he was going to take a detox from the internet, blocked everybody. So that kind of proved him right there that he probably did do it. And he's supposed to be this big free speech advocate. So he did all that. And then got poor Melanie Mack and Chrissy Mayer now roped into it. And they're basically, that's a whole different thing now between them two and Brittany Venti and Nina Infinity. So he messed up pretty damn good. He fucked himself over, and he fucked over a lot of his friends. So and he thought it was going to blow over quick, and it looks like it's going to last a little bit longer. But even when this does blow over, I still think his career is pretty much fucked up. He'll always be the guy who they're going to always call him a cuck, always call him the guy who broke the cardinal rule. So I think his career is just about done on the internet. He's always going to be now known as like a locale. So he really screwed up. He just didn't take accountability. Got his friends roped into it too. Now they're going through a bunch of bullshit. So it's not looking good for the quartering. And we'll leave that there, guys.